Okay, well you've seen from the time lapse that the shell's got all its stickers on now, so it's looking pretty funky. I'm quite pleased with it. And you may have caught a glimpse that I had started to put the light buckets in. So we've got the light buckets in the front, and I've just started looming up with some cheap LEDs. And I had put the light buckets in the back. So the light buckets themselves were drilled out, just all 4 holes drilled through. But I noted that when I installed them in the vehicle and just tested quickly yesterday, of course there's no divider in, there's no divider in the light housing itself. So 2 LEDs in the bottom and everything lights up. And when you look at the shell itself, I think from memory, I think it's fog lamps on the inside, brake lamps on the bottom, reverse lamp here, indicator up the top. So the problem was that the 2 LEDs actually just lit this whole section up, which just looks rubbish really. So fix to that is I've daubed some silver paint over the reverse lamp, and the reverse lamp is clear on these, so you need some silver backing. And then I'm using electrical tape to mask off the top set of lights, so that when we do light up with LEDs, the only thing that we can actually see is the base set. So if I just turn a light on here, hopefully that you can see the difference in lighting that you get from that tape basically, which fixes that problem. So the LEDs themselves are cheapies off eBay. I got warm white, I get 9 to 12 volts, and I got 25mm and 23mm. They're pre-wired with resistors in and everything else, so it makes it easy. I mean, you can get them from China for sort of £4.50 or from the UK for £5.50. So it all comes down to whether you want to wait 6 weeks for delivery or not. And these are red, and again 25mm, 23mm. So they're not bad. I will get some white lamps basically, but they're quite warm Kelvin wise, which I think would look a bit daft on the headlamps for this. So I've just got a quick 9-volt battery, so I'll just show you what they look like when they're on. So you can see basic looming up started. I mean, I'm not going crazy, it's going to spend most of its life on a shelf, and it may occasionally get a 9-volt battery in it as well. If we can frig this so it works maybe. No, not now the camera's on, always away, isn't it? So we can come up with a better idea. Okay, that holds so that you can see. It looks, yeah, it's not too bad, is it? Turn that lamp off. It looks a bit more appropriate for a very early 90s car than all the white headlamps that we see these days. So I'm quite pleased with that. So at the moment they're just friction fit held in there. I will probably paint the backs just to stop the light bleed around the outside, so they'll get a dab of black, and then they'll just go in with a little bit of shoe glue, just designed to hold them in then. Cool, right, I'll crack on with that. Okay, so we made a bit more progress on the wiring. So you can see that I've got it, just push that out of the way. So I've run it round the outside, just a quick bit of aluminium tape at the moment. I think I'm probably going to have to move it because I had another go at the window tinting today and it doesn't go well. So I think I'm going to have to revert back to using a Tamiya smoke tint or one from Core RC or something similar. So in that case, what I should probably do is mask everything off that's below window line so that I only spray the top part. But you just see, yeah, simple looms, nice and easy, works really well. And then I've just got a flying tail that I can plug into the receiver for the moment, just to get things done. You can see I put a bit of black paint around the back of all the LEDs and I've blanked off the excess holes, so hopefully it should settle back down and look semi-realistic. Wing mirrors are in place, so let's have a quick stick it together. So I've been playing around with the suspension heights as well. It's a bit of a faff, to be honest. I'm not happy with the body mounts. I put a little bit of black tape underneath to stop the R-clips wearing through the paint, and at the moment I'm just juggling up and down using O-rings at the back just to try and get the right height and to protect the window. So let's just stick this together quickly. I've got the rig turned on. So if we just put that in for a moment, so you can see you've got yellow fairly headlamps, the tail lamps themselves don't look too bad either. You'll also notice I've been having a bit of a play with the wheels and tyres, or well, with the wheels especially. So the standard ones, let's bring it in a bit closer actually. I do lighting wise here. Yeah, so you can see that the centre of the wheel screws into the rim from the rear using 5 screws, and you can see in the locations where the screws go, the spokes are solid rather than see-through, which isn't particularly fantastic. So what I've been doing while I chuck the car around is I've been painting those spokes, or those infills, in black, and in this instance I've also replaced the wheel nuts with black ones, painted the centre of the axle stub, and then I've used what is Games Workshop or Citadel Null Oil, which is like a black wash. And what I've done is I've just gone through, highlighted each of the bolts on the outside, some around the perimeter, and then when you paint the inside of the spokes, rather than trying to paint neatly all the way up to the edge, I sort of leave a bit of a gap, and then when I put non-oil wash over the top, that itself migrates out to the corners and gives you quite a neat finish then. So the wheels do look much tidier. If you do get a bit of paint spilling over, I've got something easy to show you. It's easy enough, just sharpen a match or a cocktail stick. And because these just remain as normal plastic, you can scrape any excess or any marks off. So when you look at it from a distance, so you've got standard version, which I hope you can see. I could almost do with just doing a bit more light this way, couldn't I? So you can see you've got your solid spokes, for want of a better phrase, and then if we rotate it round, you can see that everything actually just does look a bit more in keeping then. Just back that up a bit. It definitely looks a bit tidier.